Hello everyone, Strategy Taste here, and today we're going to talk about the absolute worst lord in existence. It is Nakai the... No. I'm trolling you. It is not Nakai. He is not the worst lord in Total War Warhammer 3. Do you know who's actually the one to take that spot? It's actually Mr. Lord Thresh Craventail. Yes, so I think that most people forgot about him. He's also dancing for some reason. Well, you know, Thresh has always been the absolute worst lord in existence. He basically provides nothing into his faction-wide, globally wide. He's basically useless. So let's now go a bit into skill line, what CA has done to change him into Immortal Empires, and why I actually think that is the worst. Well, looking at his stats, it is fine. It is okay, actually, at best. But, you know, apart from being basically the copy of a warlord with reskin and with his ability, he basically has nothing, okay? And the main focus of Thresh Craventail are the Storm Vermins, which are probably the worst infantry tier 3 units which a Skaven could possibly have. Let's now go into skill line. Skill line is basically a Warhammer 1 comparison. It's just bare bones, and they have this special skill line. Starting from Thresh's Raiders, okay? So you got charge bonus plus 10 for some of them units. This is absolutely useless. That's literally useless. Like, why would you ever use a charge bonus as a bonus to give to Storm Vermin? That's really bad. The passive ability, though, it's alright. You now go onto the Master of Ghoul, and that's an okay ability. That's fine for a commander. Then you got Vanish, which is providing speed and missile resistance for clan rats and storm vermin. Like, missile resistance, that's good. Speed, that's alright. But aren't like storm vermins used to, you know, deal a bit of defense and then later just a bit of attack, but then speed, it's is it really useful? Why wouldn't you put another type of bonus into there? That's probably up to CA, into your opinion. And then you got this ability which, you know, threat receives Stalk and Unspottable. Wow. Leadership plus 16. Wow. And you got Coming Back, which, you know, provides regeneration and casualty replenishment rate for Lord's army. That's alright. Then you got into the quest item, and you just have one special item. The Lucky Skull, which provides hammer success chance, speed, physical resistance, that's all fine. But then you got Lucky Skull, which is a passive ability. Now, you know, you got speed plus 25%, and then damage resistance plus 40%. You would say, oh, that's great. But if you go onto the down part, you have enabled Hef losing to melee combat. Wow. So the speed will probably be used only if Thresh is trying to escape. So it will be enabled if he will be losing. So for the time he escapes, he will use the speed bonus to just go away. And the damage resistance, like, you are in a duel, you activate this ability, and then that will be only active though if you're losing to melee combat. So that's a bit of a, you know, a controversial move onto this passive ability, and that's interesting though, because you're losing. But then how would you be able to win by using the 40% damage resistance? But then you look onto here, so the damage resistance, that's okay if you actually start with a bit of health, but he has just 4,288 HP, which is actually pretty bad. That's actually pretty bad. And, you know, apart from charge bonus, speed and missile resistance doesn't actually provide anything for this stone vermin. So why wouldn't you just go for the kind of unit? And if you go onto the building browser, you see, oh, stone vermin. There are three units. And you know, that's okay, but why wouldn't you recruit like plague monks, which have physical resistance and frenzy? Why wouldn't you go for, you know, an army of plague core catapults and rattling guns and grenadiers? Why wouldn't you go for weapon themes, which are on the same tier? And you know, you got rattling guns, and you say, oh, but rattling guns, they are basically a unit which costs more, but you know, that's actually not true. You know, the upkeep, that's the upkeep. 260 basically, if we're not counting difficulty, against 210. Then you go over here, you also have other infantry units which are better than the actual stone vermin. You know, that's at tier 5 units, but those are the plague monks and sabelas, which are definitely way better, and you know, they have more armor piercing, and they have generally better stats than the stone vermins, and they're also much fast, like they're a little bit faster. But you know, why would you even go for that if you can go for other types of monsters and war machines? You could also go for poison wind mortars or warp launches arrows, or just one tier above you have the brood auras over here, which are probably one of the best units for the Skavens. And then why would you even start a game with Stretch Craventail overall? Why wouldn't you start a game with Snakeage or Hickett Claw, which provide all just fantastic buffs for your faction? Why? Like, I really don't understand. Or if you would like to stay into the Sunlands, you have over here Clan Morse, which has overall like better stats and traits and the starting position probably than you know, this guy, Stretch Craventail. I don't even know. Probably people forgot that Tretch even existed and started saying that Nakai was the worst legendary lord ever. But, you know, apart from Tretch, I actually considered making this video for Haranessa Swordspite, because a subscriber of mine told me that Haranessa was probably the worst lord. But after actually having like a brief look at her, apart from the fact that she has the stores and units, why would you even start the game as Haranessa besides the starting position and, you know, the likes for Toza, I don't even know, like Noctilus, Luthoarchon, and even Silostra, which has gotten like a massive buff because she now provides magical attacks for the entirety of his army at the end of his skill line, which in Warhammer 3 that's actually much better than in Warhammer 2, because there's no longer magical resistance trait or buff, so you basically have the full attack onto magical attacks, which is just better. And but you know what, like, her skill line is a bit better. She still provides buffs to like useless units, but you know, there's also buffs to the Rotting Prometheans, so if you would like to go for an army of Rotting Prometheans, that's fine. And you know, she also has the Pirate Crew mechanic, which is not to be you know, underestimated. So overall, I would say that RNS is fine, but not a good legendary lord. Probably CA should add a bit more flavor into her, because for the moment there really isn't any reason to go for her. And talking in the end about Tretch, is just the worst lord. Die. Oh, I can even just go and die, please. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know, subscribers, into the comments what you think about Dredge Raventail, the absolute worst lord, in my opinion, for Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires.